Knowledge graphs and large language models are useful for analyzing text data, but their role in intelligence workflows and impact on sense-making are still unclear. To study these gaps, we created a workflow that integrates knowledge graphs and large language models into a visual text analysis tool and measured its impact on sense-making. Analysts have to read and synthesize more documents a day than ever before. So to help them synthesize so much text, we saw an opportunity to combine several new technologies. Large language models for summarization, question answering, and other text analysis tasks. Knowledge graphs for linking facts and suggesting related sources. And visual analytics for interactive document exploration and decision making. So we asked, how can integrating LLMs, knowledge graphs, and visual analytics enhance intelligence analysis? We broke down this idea into two research questions. One, where do we incorporate LLMs and knowledge graphs in analysis tools? It's unclear which LLM and knowledge graph tasks are relevant and should be supported in an interface for document analysis. And two, once LLMs and knowledge graphs are in analysis tools, how will they affect sense-making? Several issues could affect the sense-making loop, including cognitive biases, time pressures, and mistrust in AI-generated data. Working directly with LAS analysts, we identified 4 main challenges and several user tasks that a visual analytics interface should support. So first, to find relevant documents, integrating LLMs for semantic search and suggesting related documents. Second, to analyze groups of documents, supporting 8 document analysis tasks powered by LLMs, including summarization, topic classification, question answering, and more. Third, to validate LLM and knowledge graph data, extracting and linking knowledge graph entities, and linking LLM responses to their potential sources. And fourth, to track facts and insights, bookmarking LLM responses and tracing knowledge graph facts back to their origin. So, how should we combine all these tasks in a visual analytics interface? Well, we leverage the concept of grouping documents into piles as inspiration. We envisioned a new workflow where analysts would interactively transition between creating document piles, running queries over the piles, and validating the results of these queries, all using LLMs and knowledge graphs. We then implemented our workflow in a prototype visual analytics interface called VisPile. Based on our formative work, LLMs and knowledge graphs are incorporated in several places inside VisPile, helping analysts find relevant sources, drag the documents into visual piles, analyze those piles using LLMs and knowledge graph tasks, and validate information generated by the LLM and knowledge graph. So let's take a look at what VisPile can do.
So imagine we have a set of news articles, and we need to identify relationships between entities in the news. We've heard about a possible kidnapping. So we can start by filtering for keywords and using LLM-powered semantic search to rank relevant documents based on things we're interested in knowing about. Once we find a set we like, we can drag them in a pile and rename it to keep track of our line of questioning. So first, let's summarize the events to get a lay of the land. I want a verbose summary to get more details at the start. I'm interested in a few of the names I'm seeing, so I extract entities that appear in the knowledge graph. This person seems interesting, so I click on them. Facts and relationships with other entities that appear in other documents are populated from the knowledge graph. So this fact is interesting. I can click on the document where the fact came from to find it, and then put it in my pile. All right, now let's try asking a question. We have 8 different LLM tasks, plus a custom free text prompt with many controls and settings. So there's a lot of ways that we can do this. After running my question, I want to know where the LLM got its answer from. So I can link the sentences in the response to sentences in the source documents that are the closest match. Now I'm wondering if other documents talk about the same things. Well, I can use the LLM to suggest additional documents to add to the pile based on what the response says. And finally, throughout my process, I can bookmark my LLM responses and take notes to track my insights.
So to study the impact of LLMs and knowledge graphs on sense-making, we conducted a user study with 17 student participants who used VizPile to identify relationships across 845 documents. The most common tasks were analyze documents, summarize events, and answer questions, applied on average between 2 to 3 piles containing between 10 to 16 documents each. Most participants favored one main task aligned with their sense-making approach. Interestingly, many users often cited LLM results verbatim without fact-checking. We also looked at participants' time spent on different activities. We observed a common workflow, searching for documents, piling them, running LLM queries, then validating the results. But this wasn't the only one. Some participants focused more on searching, reading, and piling documents, while others prioritized LLM tasks and knowledge graph fact-checking. Interestingly, only half of our participants used the knowledge graph. They used it to either find new documents to put into piles or to validate LLM-generated relationships. We further coded participants' think-aloud feedback to categorize their analysis process. One major pattern was reusing piles, either for follow-up queries or to overcome LLM hallucinations. Participants also used diverse validation strategies, such as linking sentences to trace the LLM responses. One particularly interesting one was suggesting documents to add to piles until no more relevant sources appeared. These users felt this helped ensure that they didn't miss any additional information related to their analysis. So our coding revealed a major theme around VizPile's role in supporting user trust and understanding of AI. See, there was this tension in spending time analyzing and validating data, where several challenges emerged. So for some, determining when to validate depended on the task. For others, pile size drove sense-making strategies. Some felt that the larger piles would increase the chance of finding evidence, while others kept to smaller piles to increase the chance of clarity on each response's potential source. We also conducted formative feedback sessions with 6 LAS analysts, asking them to use VizPile to explore a document dataset and share their impressions. And the analysts generally liked VizPile. The summarization was by far the most popular task. Semantic search was split. Those already familiar with the method liked the RAG-like approach, while others found it confusing. And preferences were similarly split on LLMs for information retrieval. Some trusted them to capture more information in searches, while others preferred controlling the search space to just a few documents handpicked first. And notably, analysts rarely use the knowledge graph feature, citing distrust in knowledge graph results due to a lack of traceability and unclear links to the piled documents. So how does this work address our open research questions? Well, in terms of integrating LLMs and knowledge graphs, certain tasks like semantic search, summarization, and finding relationships were core to many of the workflows we observed. So tools should support these fully while allowing task switching to less supported tasks, which would foster exploration. Some tasks might benefit from automated validation, increasing users' confidence in the results. In terms of supporting sense-making, our interface often lacked support for users to verify analysis results, and this exacerbated trust issues with LLM and knowledge graph outputs. So we believe enhanced support for follow-up actions like rerunning prompts or splitting piles could help to reduce these concerns of trust and understanding in AI. If you enjoyed our work, we have a demo of VizPile that you can try today by visiting the QR link in the video. And in the future, we aim to explore more designs for supporting even more tasks and workflows incorporating knowledge graphs and large language models in visual text analysis. Thank you.